What is going on, guys? Jack here from Just Decoded. I break down body language and non-verbal communication to find out what people are truly saying and thinking. A clip has recently resurfaced of Joe Rogan actually losing his temper when he had Bryan Callen on the show. It was supposed to be a fight companion episode where they're watching the fights together, but they ended up getting onto a topic of vaccines and things got heated pretty quickly. Now, as it's quite rare for Joe to lose his temper like this, I thought it was a great idea to do a body language breakdown of the whole situation. So yeah, buckle up. And if you haven't already, please do like and subscribe. It really helps me out. And with that being said, let's jump right into the video.
What's causing all that? How come 1 in every 12 kids who's a boy in California has autism now? Because that's what's going on. That's what's going on in California, which has one of the strictest fucking vaccine policies. 1 in 12. Did I say?
So the first thing I want to draw attention to is his widened eyes. Now, admittedly, the frame I've just paused on, he is about to start an over-exaggerated segment where he's kind of doing it in a performative way. But even prior to that, his eyes were definitely wider than his baseline behaviour suggests. Now, there's many reasons why our eyes would widen like this. Sometimes it could be down to raised aggression or heightened temper, but it also happens when we're telling a story that we're passionate about. Now, it could be shades of, a rising temper, but I also do believe he's very passionate about the topic we're talking about, as you're going to see more of.
Vaccines cause autism? Maybe I will.
Well, RFK's getting to that, yeah.
Yeah.
And now Florida doesn't demand vaccines for kids.
That's dangerous to me.
Yeah.
I knew you'd jump on that train.
Of course it's dangerous, Brian. What are you talking about?
Tetanus,
vaccines.
tetanus,
No.
Let's just reload that.
Florida.
Dangerous, Brian. What are you talking about?
So if you notice a very subtle cue there, a condense of the glabellas, eyebrows kind of squished like this. Now that is definitely a sign, one of the first signs we actually see in people when they are starting to feel a little bit more angry or a little bit more tension.
Tetanus,
No. Just go down the road we're
You
on?
need to bail on the tetanus thing because Suzanne Humphries.
Educate his ass.
So as he's saying, no, you need to bail on the tetanus thing, he's shut his eyes, he's shaking his head. Again, numerous reasons why we would shut our eyes mid-conversation or mid-saying something, and it's very context dependent. Typically, it's a way for us to distance ourselves from something that's happening, something that's being said, or to show our disapproval with something. In this instance, I'd definitely lean towards it being an indication of his disapproval to what's being said. Now, the shake of the head aligns with this, which is happening at the same time, and also adds credit to the fact that he's not in approval of what's being said.
Humphries explained tetanus.
She's not a vaccinologist. I know that woman. What are you talking about? So you're saying we
She's
shouldn't
a
have
medical.
I promise I won't keep pausing it this often throughout the rest of the video, but I really just want to set the stage at the beginning as there's quite a lot going on. Now, if we look at Bryan and pay attention to his arm positioning, he's got one arm across his torso and kind of positioned on his bicep. So a general principle in body language is we instinctively protect our vital organs. So whether that be our neck, our genitalia, or in this case, our torso. Lots of vital organs are kept there. And again, primitively, we, without even realizing it, tend to cover those up when we're in a situation of potential danger or aggression or just something where we feel uncomfortable.
Doctor that absolutely understands tetanus. She said tetanus, all you have to do is keep the wound open and clean it.
Oh, that's
you
such
don't,
bullshit.
It's not
Oh my
bullshit.
God,
It's
what
not bullshit.
bullshit.
Do you know how many people die of tetanus
Holy
every year?
fucking
Very
shit.
few. What about
Okay,
stop.
so let me ask you a question, Mr. Joe Rogan, Mr. Scientist. Are you saying that we shouldn't
Don't
have...
do that. Don't call me Mr. Scientist. I'll start mocking you, and it's so much easier to
are
mock
we,
you.
So are we not... So you don't believe in vaccines? You don't think we should have...
We're now seeing very raised eyebrows from Bryan, as you can tell by the crinkles in his forehead. There's typically two reasons why we do this. One is shock, which obviously isn't the situation right now, but the other one is when we want to bring attention to our face. Typically, this happens at the same time as something we're saying that we want to bring attention to. So right now, he's clearly feeling passionate about the point he's making, and he really wants to emphasize that and get that point across.
vaccines?
It's not that I don't believe in vaccines.
What are you saying?
It's I
shouldn't
don't
have
think you
74.
should give a kid a Hep B vaccine when they're a baby.
Different subject.
I don't, no, MMA vaccine is absolutely connected to a host of serious, debilitating fucking problems that kids have gotten from them. There's a lot of problems because they don't test vaccines in a double-blind, placebo-controlled setting.
Hold it.
They test them against other vaccines. You know that, right?
Yes, I do. Excuse me. Let me just say something. Yes, you're right. You can make the argument for...
So a quick mention of Joe's body posture. It's now turned fully towards Bryan. So this is typically a confrontational sign and a way of marking authority.
Hep B. Here's why. because the chances of a child coming in contact with the kind of activity that causes Hep B is different. So now you say,
Sexually
hold on,
transmitted disease and
right.
needles.
So now you
Yeah.
say this. That chance is zero. The chance for vaccine injury with the Hep B is not zero. It's non-zero. Okay, so I understand that math.
Something else we do when we're really passionate about a story and we really want to emphasize what we're saying and make sure that it's received correctly is we become more animated. We use our limbs and our hands to start telling stories, which is what Bryan's doing right now. So with the raised eyebrows, he's also leant forwards, he's leaning into the conversation. He's much more animated with his arms. You can absolutely tell the heightened emotion coming out within him now.
Okay, what I'm trying to say to you is that there are certain diseases. Pick up a history book. Smallpox, diphtheria, mumps.
Have you ever looked at
tetanus,
how,
polio, paralytic diseases?
Have you ever polio? Please
Yes.
stop.
No, I won't. I won't. I know you think it's just. I've heard Susan Humphreys.
This is a long conversation that we're not going to have on this podcast because I'm going to get angry because I've researched this for years.
Right.
Let's just.
But you're not a scientist.
I don't have to be a scientist to know that.
Yes, you do.
No, Bryan, shut the fuck up. I don't have to be a scientist to read research to understand that they were spraying DDT all over the fucking country when everybody was getting polio. Do you know that?
Yes,
you know
I do.
the first
Yes,
instances of polio, they happened in rural communities where they were all farmland and agriculture, and then cows were getting them, and horses were getting them, and dogs were getting them.
Let me make a statement.
They were calling it paralytic polio.
Do you agree with the?
When reading body language, something to look out for, kind of more than anything, is actually deviations to body language. So how are they acting initially and how has that changed? So one thing I've noticed in Joe that's progressively picked up is an increase in his blink rate. As his blink rate has increased at the same kind of rate as the argument has escalated, you can clearly tell that the two are linked, and that would be what's causing the emotion to come out there too.
Wrong statement. It's not just.
I'm not going to do this with you,
but
Bryan.
it's not just about.
I brought up
It's not
vaccines,
just
so that'd
about.
be a
Hold
fun
on,
debate.
hold on. Joe.
No,
it's
Bryan,
not
I don't want to do this with
but
you.
it's not
I don't
just
wanna do this.
about.
We're in the
is it-
middle of a fight companion.
All right.
It's annoying.
All right, but it's like. I don't get it. Yeah. And being
See,
anti-vax.
but
Being
be- but be-
anti-vax
No
is
one's
irresponsible.
anti-vax,
It's not
Bryan.
anti-vax.
If we just reload that real quick. Weird frame to land on. But yeah, just regarding Joe's body posture again, he's turned his body now away from Bryan. And if you actually notice the moment he did that, it was at the same time as he said something along the lines of, you know what, I'm done, I'm not talking about this anymore. Typically when we don't want to be in a situation, it's actually our feet and our lower half of the body that turn towards the exit first, shortly followed by our torso, and then obviously whatever happens after that happens. Interesting clip, interesting points mentioned, and also, again, kind of rare to see Joe behaving like that. But I'm a big Joe fan, man. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Again, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.